the NFL Business Ministry Foundation, and on and on. So thank you, Robin. I also want to thank President Trump for his confidence in me and for entrusting me with this pivotal position and purpose. And for all of you, and you'll hear me say this many times, I'm not so concerned or worried or enthralled by position. I'm a purpose person, not position, but purpose. And I'm grateful for the president that he has entrusted me with this tremendous purpose in serving the American people alongside of you. I want to thank also my incredible team who led me through the confirmation process. It is an arduous process. It's an arduous journey. And so thank you to the team that helped me, that prepared me, that taught me, that encouraged me, that challenged me. And I will tell all of you here at HUD and those that are listening, we have, bar none, the best team that led me through this process. And so I want to thank you for what you have done and will continue to do. And to all my family and friends and prayer warriors who have shepherded me and prayed for me and encouraged me through this process, I'm so grateful to you. And to all my HUD team that's here today, and I say that very seriously. Those that are in the room, thank y'all for showing up, by the way. You know, I am a preacher, a Baptist preacher, so when you see people in the crowd, it's real encouraging. But I promise to only have 3 points and then a close. Is that all right? Okay. And some of y'all say, yeah, you might say you closing, but we know you not. But anyway, thank you to all the HUD team that's here and those that are watching. And thank you for your service and your continued service to this great country. I would also like to acknowledge all of the previous HUD secretaries who have paved the way for me to be here for this moment and this mission. And I would especially like to thank my dear friend, Secretary Dr. Ben Carson, for his mentorship and his guidance and his faith as I step into this new role. And I'm not sure if he's watching or not, but if he is, Dr. Carson, I truly appreciate you and all of our previous and former secretaries. Y'all, I believe that leadership is built on trust. And as your new servant leader, and I say that word servant emphatically because I believe leadership starts with service. And so as a new servant leader of HUD, I want to earn your trust, which starts to getting to know, you getting to know who I am and what motivates me. I'm from Texas. If you can't hear it, I'm from Texas. Come on, all my Texans in the room. Okay. I was born and raised in Dallas, Texas. My first job, I was a dishwasher at Spring Creek Barbecue. Anybody like barbecue in here? Okay. Yes. I was a dishwasher. My father took me to Spring Creek Barbecue on one hot August afternoon after football practice and told me that was my new job. And I was a dishwasher there. We had to wear corduroy pants in Texas. Y'all feel me? Corduroy pants in Texas in the summertime with steel-toe shoes. So anyway, my first job was a dishwasher at Spring Creek Barbecue, and I thank God for that learning experience. Every job since then, including the one at Spring Creek, really has afforded me the opportunity to meet new people, to learn very valuable lessons, to be a problem solver. And most importantly, each job I've had has taught me how to serve others. And I am very confident that this opportunity that you and I are embarking on today will be no different. Early on in my life, I faced difficulty, as everybody in this room at some point in time has faced difficulty and had to overcome obstacles and hurdles. We've all had to do that at some point in time. Can I get an amen from anybody? Adversity has struck all of us at some point of various kinds. Family struggles, financial struggles, health struggles, children struggles, personal struggles. We've all had to face adversity and overcome the odds that have been stacked against us at some point or other. You say, well, Mr. Secretary, I haven't. Keep living because you will. But just because life knocks you down, doesn't mean that you're counted out. And it don't mean because you get knocked down that you have to stay down. I've been knocked down many times in my life, and it's not just because I played football. It's because of circumstances. Some I controlled and some I couldn't. But even though you get knocked down, you don't have to stay down. I went and graduated from the University of Illinois, where I studied speech communications. I played football, and I ran indoor and outdoor track all 4 years. How many know I was busy at the University of Illinois? And while in Illinois, it instilled into me mental and physical toughness, the ability to overcome adversity, the opportunity to work within a team. And I met my beautiful wife, Robin, at Illinois too, who is also an alumni from there. When I graduated from Illinois, I was drafted in the National Football League, the NFL, which stands for not for long, for those who didn't know. I was drafted in the 7th round by my beloved Redskins back in the day. Okay. And if you don't know, the 7th round is the last round. That's where I was drafted. Pick number 226, the 7th round of the NFL draft. And I thank God on that day, that phone rang. And I spent 9 seasons in the NFL. You know, some people thought that I was an underdog because they say, you're not that big. Which I understand that. I know how God made me. And, you know, you only played 1 year at cornerback at Illinois, and so you're an underdog. You were drafted in the 7th round of the NFL draft. So they gave me all of the reasons why I could not make it. Anybody ever been there before? Has somebody ever told you why you couldn't do something? But what they didn't know was that God gave me a gift. And that's to run very fast. So while I was vertically challenged, according to NFL standards, and only played a position for 1 year, I played offense my entire career. Until my senior year at Illinois, they switched me to defense. How many know that was uncomfortable? Have y'all ever been uncomfortable before? But you know, when God takes you out of your comfort zone, you grow. You don't grow in comfort. You don't grow in complacency. Complacency is a killer. I don't ever want to be comfortable or complacent because then we're not growing and we're not learning and we're not achieving in the way that we should. So they switched me from offense to defense. And then 1 year later, I got a call from North Turner from the Redskins to play in the NFL. So be encouraged when you're not comfortable, because that just means that you're growing. So I played for the Washington Redskins, the Denver Broncos, and the San Diego Chargers. I went back to Texas, and I served as an associate pastor at Prestonwood Baptist Church. I served in the Texas legislature in Texas. And then in 2019, President Trump chose me to lead the Opportunity Zone Council as the executive director, where I was at HUD from 2019 to 2021 under the tutelage and mentorship of Dr. Ben Carson. Y'all, I traveled to the country, coast to coast, tip to tip, and saw firsthand the work of Opportunity Zones, in which we provided for the forgotten Americans the chance to create a true foundation, to build homes, to start businesses, and ultimately allowing them to become self-sustaining and unleash the promise and the potential that you and I know that the Lord blesses each and every one of us with. And I am excited that we can further the success of Opportunity Zones in this next chapter. When I left the White House and witnessing the struggles of many American families and so many American people, I felt the Lord calling me to continue this service in the private sector. So Robin and I started our family foundation, where we mentor high school and college students, where we provide our First Kids program, teaching kids how to become proficient readers. Only 1/4 of fourth graders in America read at a grade level. Did y'all know that only 1/4 of children in this country read at a proficient grade level? And so we started our foundation to help them by providing the after-school program for those families who could not afford it. And by God's grace and his sovereignty, he has been preparing me for this moment. From washing dishes to playing college football, playing in the NFL, serving in the House, building businesses, our foundation, and now to stand with you as the Secretary of the Department of Housing and Urban Development. I am truly honored, and I want to encourage everyone in here. I am a living witness. Your circumstances do not define your ability or your opportunity to succeed. We don't have a defeatist attitude, but we have a victorious attitude, no matter the difficulty. We don't have a victim or woe is me attitude. We all can. I've been there. But instead, we have an attitude that says we will be victorious in spite of. And that's what we want to share with the people that we serve. That's my story. But I'm getting very interested and looking forward to hearing your story and the stories of Americans all across our country as we travel throughout the communities. The stories that we hear will help us to inform the decisions that we make. And y'all, I want you to know we will be intentionally mission-minded. We will stay focused on the mission. Whatever goes on in this agency, let's ask ourselves, what is the mission? And go from there. We're going to have some hard, healthy conversations with each other. But this is one team. Let's stay mission-minded. I'm ready to go to work. I'm ready to rebuild and revitalize. You know that word revitalize means to bring new life. To bring new life to the communities of America, urban, tribal, and rural. And ensure that everyone in this country has an opportunity to achieve the American dream. I hope, and you know what, I really do, I know that you're ready too. I can tell. You're here. You showed up. That tells me a lot. You're here, so I know that you are ready. And we all understand we have a housing crisis, a housing affordability crisis. We have a homelessness issue. We have disaster recovery. There's a lot of things we've got to deal with this agency, and we will. But I want to challenge everyone in this room and everyone that is watching. We will not just think of these things as crises, but instead opportunities to make a difference in the lives of so many people across this country, an opportunity to lift people up, to lift families up, to lead them to a path of self-sufficiency, an opportunity to impact and to enact impactful, enduring policies that build on the president's Day One executive order to reduce housing costs in our country. We have to find long-term solutions to make homes affordable, to spur business creation, to create economic opportunity for every American family. That's promise number one. Promise number two is this: efficiency, transparency, accountability, and integrity will drive every decision that we make as an agency. And together, we'll take inventory of every program that we have and make sure that we are the absolute best so that we can serve the people we've been called to serve. You know, inventory, my father worked at a Safeway grocery store. You ever heard of Safeway? And one night I went to work with him, and they were taking everything off the shelves. And I was like, why y'all taking everything off the shelves? You know, I'm a little boy. He says, we're taking inventory. What's bringing us good and what's taken away, what's causing us to win, what's causing us to lose. We got to take inventory of everything we're doing here at HUD to make sure we're serving the way we're supposed to serve and maximizing the budget and the resources we have to serve the American people. We're one team, one people. We're going to move in one sound and one voice. We're going to be united to make the American dream a reality for all of those in our country. And I want to thank God as I close. I thank him for this opportunity that he's given us together to make generational impact and to give a voice to all forgotten Americans. All the glory goes to God. I thank him that I'm able to be here with you and to serve and to lead with you. We're going to achieve great things at HUD. And y'all, I'm looking forward to great days ahead. Now let's go to work. God bless y'all. Thank you.
Thank you for your inspiring remarks, Secretary Turner. And thank you to everyone in the room, watching online, and here today. Thank you for joining us. You are dismissed.